All right, all right. I think we're just about ready. Welcome in, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? I'm Lord Generic, your Terracotta Warrior, and guess who? Guess who? Last Saturday had to cancel Pathfinder because Restream was having troubles. It couldn't connect to Twitch, and it had been like 3 weeks, but it was getting worse, and it got to the point where it just straight up couldn't connect. So, guess who may have spent 12 hours over 2 days ripping out the entire stream setup? Why is my camera? Camera, please. Ripping out the entire stream setup and building a new one. Building a brand new one. So, this is first and foremost a test stream of two things. One of me. Oh, hey, Penling. How you doing? It has been a while. Hope you're doing well. But a test stream to make sure our stuff works. And if it works, oh, by the way, the reason it took 12 hours wasn't just getting streaming stuff working. I might have built a chat bot. So when y'all see Fool Express echoing, or sorry, relaying, that is the actual term they use apparently, relaying messages between Twitch and YouTube side, I had to build that. It took a while. it took a while. But maybe we can expand it if it works, but this is our test case. Sadly, we had to cancel Timberborn. We had to cancel Beaver Game on Tuesday because it did not work. Did not work on Tuesday, but should be working now. Ooh, and the dropped frames comes in once again. I think this is just, wow, that is a lot of drop frames. Wowie, wowie, wow, that is a lot of drop frames. What do you mean 40%? Dang. I think it's just my internet is having trouble right now. Ooh. Ooh. As the YouTube tab reloads itself trying to figure out what's going on. Whack. Wow. It's always one thing, isn't it? You'd think it'd be wacky, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Mm-hmm. All right. But that's okay. We'll persevere. We'll persevere. This is a test. So among the many things being tested is I actually wonder how much of this, I wonder if this lag, I might check the VOD tomorrow, like the YouTube video tomorrow, and see how well it transfers as a video versus the on live stream. I'm very curious to find that out. Oh well, either way, thank you all for dropping by. Today we're playing Swarmdustry. And that's the game I decided to test with. So you might be noticing in the title, at least on YouTube side, I do have hashtag sponsored. I'm not being paid money. Rather, Swarmdustry is a one-man indie game, and they were generous enough to reach out to me and provide me with a key because I play automation games. And I got an open time slot. I need games to test my new setup on. Let's play some Swarmdustry. Yeah, internet seems to have recovered. Let's see if it explodes later. We'll see. My bit rate is considerably higher than it used to be. I'm streaming at a little over a total of 3 times the bit rate I used to be, which I should be fine with in theory. In theory, I should be fine with this, and at least for the YouTube side, y'all should be enjoying a much nicer, was it? Yeah. Star Mousery. I don't know what that is. Sounds kind of like a Starfinder campaign. I'm not going to lie. Might be worth trying out. But, all right, let's take a look. Let's play a game that'll probably have a lot of small things on screen and will be a perfect test run for our stream. And before we start, welcome everyone. If you're new, If you don't know me, how you doing? I'm lordgeneric, your Terracotta Warrior. We do a lot of stuff, especially tabletop RPGs and automation games, and most importantly, weird indie games no one on the planet has heard of. Today, we're doing a great job, and we're doing both at once. We're doing both at once. We are managing to really pop off and hit a lordgeneric all-timer, I would say, a real lordgeneric all-timer. We're playing an automation game that is also an indie game you've never heard of. Not in a bad way, but in like it's a brand new early access indie game. This is Swarmdustry. You might be saying, generic, didn't you finish Factorio? I did. It's not Factorio, but like it's kind of Factorio. It's I mean I'm not blind. We haven't started it, but like it looks a lot like Factorio. Now it is a isometric 2.5 dimension factory building game. It's going to look a lot like Factorio. That's just how it is. But we'll see how it ends up long term. So, either way, let's try it out. Let's hit new game. Let's see what happens. So, as I said, I was provided a code, and I think that's important to mention because even though I will try to be objective and give my feedback as is, if you're provided a code, there is that natural inclination, that subconscious inclination to be a little more kind, a little more generous than you might be if you paid money for the game. That's just how it'd be, right? Anyways, let's get started. New game. So what is this game? This is an automation game. This is satisfactory. I mean, it's not, but it's satisfactory. But you're bugs. You're playing a hive mind giant colony of insects. And that's all I know. All I know is everything in this game is part of your bug colony. So let's do a run. As usual, we'll name our file Fools Company because, you all the fools. Which I really do intend to get y'all a mascot. I have this design. I have the whole workup. But the person I contacted really hasn't been able to do anything. So I'm thinking of contacting someone else and starting over on that. It'll work out. I think it'll be worth it once we have the fools, but we'll get there. We'll get difficulties. We have normal, peaceful, impossible, and max chill. Good names. Good names. This game looks like they are billions, but the tech is sci-fi. From what I'm aware, it is they are billions, but it's us. We are billions. Our menu looks familiar. Yeah, right. It's Again, after years of brutal conflict with a relentless engineer, the swarm was driven to the brink of extinction. Entire world stripped bare, native life replaced with cold, AI-driven machines. On a single planet did the swarm endure, buried deep beneath the surface. From the depths, the hive has birthed a new hope, an intelligent symbiote capable of thinking not only as part of the swarm, but with the ingenuity of the engineer. All right. It's time to build a living factory, harvest the obsidian, and awaken the swarm's full power. How does obsidian let us do that? Not a clue. Not a clue whatsoever. Ooh, huge frame drops. I'm aware this is a one-man team, so these trees look pretty good. I dig it. Man, you have these weirdly long strides. Like bro is doing his calisthenics. All right, so what do we got? We got coal. Am I poking the coal? It feels very weird. It feels very, very weird to be a little bug man. And that's just a personal, immediate thought, right? I feel like I don't want to be a bug man, but I don't know what I would prefer to be. Is that unfair? Probably. Do I have an inventory? Oh, I do. Oh, I have fireflies, distributes energy, miners, they mine, and snatchers. Snatchers load items in and out of buildings when inputs or outputs are defined using the task. So this is a grabber. Takes a larva. Oh, this is a recipe. Oh, so everything here takes larva and hearts, and then some kind of item. Interesting. A boil chamber burns fuel to create energy for the swarm. Interesting. A depot. It's a depot. Miners deposit raw resources. Sure. Full ore, lumber. Interesting. So we start... Oh, God, it's already dark. And I can't see. So what is this? This is spores? What are spores? Why am I a terracotta warrior? Do I mind pixel art for a mascot? I don't mind pixel art, but I'm hoping for what I'm planning on getting is potentially like a live 2D, so that y'all can hang out with me, and then maybe a pixel art version. I got certain projects in the work that I really got to sit down and spend some time on. I've been too distracted by other things to really sit down and simply draw an art. You can. I appreciate the suggestion, Fool, but for this, well, of course, fan art is always, always, always appreciated. In this, I do want to have something official that is owned by me. So, all right, so I can make a wooden chest. So, do I... So I just own these. Okay. This is iron. A miner. Behold. Maybe I do need to hit up that tutorial. All right. Let's put down a depot. Boop. Oh, the miners disappeared. Oh, they will auto work as long as the depot is down. Okay. So I actually need my depot to, I guess, go in the middle. There we go. That targets all of them now. Why? Okay. God, it's really dark at night. I mean, that's a stupid sounding statement when you say it like that, but you know what I mean. If you need anything to find us, I appreciate it. I appreciate it, fools. I just want y'all to chill. If you want to make something, go for it. I'll appreciate it. But I don't want anything to feel like you need to do it. I'll figure it out. It's also a challenge because a lot of the really fun stuff I would be able to do with some of the expanded things and that I've been considering are kind of... All right, let's drop a wooden chest. I can make another one. And so this is a snatcher. Is this... Okay. Modules. Not a clue what those do. Okay. I don't think the snatcher is what I needed. Okay, so what does this do? Loads items in and out of buildings when inputs are defined with tab mode. Right click to... Oh! So I click this and I just auto tell it to put into that. Oh, that's kind of nice. I like the speed of it. Okay. Okay. I dig it. I dig it. Still wacky me that I'm a little man. Honestly, I'd prefer to be like a big old bug. I know it doesn't really matter, but just a personal preference. I think I'd prefer to be a big old bug. But I get that convention genre, conventions of the genre, you're normally a little man. Distributes energy to the hive. What does this mean? Ah. It's a bug. So what I need is a boil chamber. So... Ooh. Was stations. Okay. Time to hit buttons and see what happens. Production. Genetics chamber. Unlock genetic codes. Okay. A living forge, which takes a bunch of spores. A boiled chamber, which I already have one of, and seems to be rather advanced. And a depot. Okay. Let's grab some spores. Oh, interesting. Intermediate. Oh, this is where we make things. Got it. Got it. Uh-huh. And combat. Beastling bomb. Interesting. Okay. Let us try to make, like, a bunch of living forges. Because this is an automation game. If you think there is a word that means enough, you're wrong. Okay. Well, they're kind of weird looking. And, what are they? Says it's making progress. Creep producer. Oh, it's making creep. Oh, is that what this is? It's supposed to be creep like in StarCraft? Okay, yeah. Hey, Pressure Cake, how you doing? Just started playing. Yeah, we're giving it a shot. We skip tutorials in this house. You know, like smart people. Okay, I do need to fuel it. Sure, that's reasonable. Okay. Let's go get some fuel, I guess. May as well. We got coal right over there. So what's our goal? Our goal is to get another depot right away. Our depot right away, and then we don't have to do all this. Poke it. The little poking it with its hand is a very silly gathering animation. that one is kind of sending me a little. Oh no. Nah. Yeah, exactly. The nest must grow. We got this. It'll be easy. It'll be easy. Alright, so yeah. So the coal takes too long. I don't want to mine that. Interesting to me that it says coal ore and not just coal. Because in my mind, those are very different things, you know? Coal ore implies it needs to be processed somehow. Oh, and process it we did. It is refined coal. Interesting. Can I turn spores into something? Spores burn into spore pods. Okay. So what can I make with that? Music seems fairly quiet. We will keep it going as is, but if it stays super low-key, I might add a soundtrack. You'd play the heck out of a D&D Factorio game? Yeah? Yeah, classic fantasy Factorio could be pretty fun. If you flavor it as a dungeon builder, where you must grow a dungeon and consume the planet, that could be a lot of fun. And instead of fighting yourself or building turrets, you build minions. See, now I'm just making Dungeon Keeper, but Factorio. But when the words Dungeon Keeper but Factorio leaves my mouth, I really like those words. Those are good words. These are... What is this? A boiled chamber. Interesting. Burns fuel. So I can put refined coal into here. I can put fireflies down. It's just boiling. It's not like doing anything, though. Oh, it stores energy. I see. But the stored energy is going down. So it just uses energy over time. So this isn't worth it until I have constant fuel. Got it. Got it. Okay. Well, we'll figure out how that works in a sec. Grab those fuel spores. This is the learning part of the game, right? So what do I need? A genetics chamber. Iron gear wheels. How do I make that? Just out of iron. Okay. Sure. Sure. I guess I'll have to do some, you know, some good old deforestation. The classic. Everyone loves it. Yeah, exactly. As adventurers attack you. And instead of biter nests, it's inns and camps. Yeah. See? It's actually... It's kind of a fire idea, actually. It kind of figures things out itself as you build increasingly elaborate death traps and stuff. I mean, is this just Dungeon Keeper? Yes. Is there anything wrong with Dungeon Keeper? No. See, now I do kind of just want to play that. That'd be a lot of fun. And super on brand for me. Granted, my main project I plan on tackling soon is Lancer. So that's, I don't know. That's going to be kind of big, probably. All right. Got some iron. Let's go ahead and dump the rest of these spores in. The coal is whatever at the moment. I don't really care. That was a lot of iron. Okay. Do these run out? Yes, they do. Okay. The rocks run out. Standard factory game rules apply. I appreciate that this wood only burns while it's in use, but we're going to need to get that coal automated. And all right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what we need. Buttons. Can make iron chests. I don't really care. Needle spires used by fireflies to link energy producers with consumers. Okay, power poles. Got it. I mean, it is just a power pole, realistically. Alright, so a genetics chamber, if I get 4 gear wheels, which I can make 4 of, I can also make iron rods, just immediately out of iron. Got it. So I guess we just keep doing that for now. The music is very tense, very dramatic, but there isn't much going on. So it feels, I think at the moment, maybe a little too dramatic. At least for what I've got going on, which isn't a lot, admittedly. Ooh, what's this? Purple DNA block. Iron bar and spore pods. That sounds like a science pack. We'll find out. All right, we have 1 genetics chamber. These are very small. We must need a lot of them. Oh, this thing crafts a DNA. Why is it making progress? No, it's making creep. So it makes creep just by sitting, even if it's not active. This does use energy. Okay. So let's put it right next to our buddy. Let's just... There we go. Make me some perp. Make me some big perp, and you... have some wood. Alright, is that giving energy? No. So I need one of these. So we need a power pole. Okay. What? Okay, so these things have to physically carry the energy? Okay, this does have energy. Okay, so they kind of rub it onto the pole like a pollinator. I like the idea. I think the fact that the boil chamber is bubbling is a little confusing for a pollinator, right? Because bubbling implies liquid, but pollen uses static charge to attach to fuzzy insects, not usually liquids, so it's not what I would expect. We're going to be doing a lot of this, by the way. A lot of pointless critiques. Is that not the purpose of life? Anyways. So give me the purple. I don't know what I can do with this. Access genetic Ooh, what is this? Oh. Okay, tech tree. A literal one. Neat. So I can make the blobber. Living launchers spawn drones carrying feastlings to overwhelm and erode enemy forces. I can use them to make lights. Sure. The basic brain. Simple brains developed to guide motion. Okay, that makes sense. And the weak heart, which I need to make things. It's over here. Mechanization 1. Crude craft. Basic processors awaken flesh wrap mechanism. Primitive processors. Okay. So we gotta make some purple. Got it. Got it. So walk around, cook up your iron, cook up cook up all your stuff. Got it. Got it. I understand the purpose of the early game. Kind of. Make some more genetic chambers, because I'm here. Alright. I kind of like grabbers being little flying bugs that... I saw that there were grabbers when I was looking at the main menu, though, so... We'll see. We'll see. But I like the idea. So far, at least. An MMO D&D Factorio. I don't think the MMO would work. I don't think... Well... I mean, Arknight's Enfield exists. I played Arknight's Enfield a couple times. I won't lie, the story wasn't grabbing me, so I kind of just fell off immediately. But it's a gacha game. It's not an MMO. Those are... I would consider them different. I would consider them different. So, I don't know. I don't know. Oh. So, immediately my thoughts are... I don't know about a boil chamber being our power source. I get that it pumps fuel, you know. Wow. As the internet frames go down... Well, the internet connection goes to red on OBS. Dropped frames increases. Wow, yeah. And this is why we gotta test things, right? Because I don't know if my new setup is dying and unable to handle the load, or if my internet's just having a bad day. You just don't know. That is the challenge. Could it be that chemical reaction makes it look and sound like boiling? It could be. It could be. But, like, I don't know. I feel like I should be feeding food into a thing rather than cooking. Is it, like, a big deal? Absolutely not. Doesn't matter? Absolutely not. That's just a personal, off-the-cuff thought. At least an immediate one. Boop-a-doop-boo-boop-boo. Have some wood. Have some wood. Give me that iron. Boop-a-doop-boop-boop-boop-boo. Getting a little Windows sound, which is concerning. Why the Windows alerts? Nothing of value in the Windows alerts. What else is new? Oh, well, I guess I should get rid of these because these are making creep by sitting here. If I'm not using a building, I should get rid of it. That is an interesting choice, that buildings make pollution effectively just by existing. So it kind of makes you want a thinner output, you know, relative to what you might otherwise expect. Or maybe that doo-doo-doo is coming. I swear it's a Windows doo-doo-doo. Maybe it's from the game and I'm just going insane from hearing it without realizing. Also, highly, highly possible. Oh, wait, this can only hold 5 spores? Alright. Well, we're gonna go slow then. Alright, let's make a weak heart. Let's make the heart. 10 seconds per DNA block. How do I begin sequencing? Oh. Okay, it is working in real time. Then after that, we make brains. Cool. Cool. And we go harvest wood again, because this is what we do. We use up a lot of wood. do. Able to refresh YouTube authorization. Why is YouTube having conniption? Alright, time to look at my bots. Oh, it's YouTube. Ugh. That was a funky sound. That was a funky sound, all right. Oh, YouTube kicked me out of my chat bot. And that means it's going to break when I try to reconnect. Oh, YouTube, you're such a pain in my butt. Oh, you're such a pain in my butt. Every day, in every way, YouTube. All right, hold on. I got to do some troubleshooting. I got to do some rapid speed troubleshooting. You know, the kind we hate to do in the moment, but we have to do anyways. Definitely from Windows. Good to know. Good to know. Game is really tiny. Yeah, that's... Yeah. There isn't much that can be done about that. Unfortunately. Wow, that is a sound, all right. 1 second. Okay, so the chatbot I made it needs access to my YouTube to function. Makes sense, right? Well, it seems that YouTube has decided to declare war on said chatbot. So we'll see if we can fix that real fast. Looks like it's going to have problems. Give me a second. I know how to fix this. It just takes me a little while. Because Google, I swear, Google accounts are doing worse and worse. Whenever I try and link stuff to YouTube or connect things through YouTube these days, it just kind of explodes. And I don't have any other way to, like, describe it. It just straight up explodes. So either I will go insane or we do it this way. Or we do it this way. Or I ditch the bot and fix it later. But I need to fix it now because we need to test it. We need to test it, dag nabbit. Dag gum. Dag gum. The whole point is to test things. I mean, it's fine. What's the worst that can happen in this game, right? Right? Yeah, totally. Okay, there we go. If I try side, do 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 da da da. Troubleshooting live on stream. This is the fun part when nothing ever works. Oh, this is the fun part. What do you mean Twitch is having issues? But why? Why does everything got to explode when I go to use it? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why is everything got to explode? Okay. Fix that. Why does Twitch say it has issues? I'm going to ignore it. I don't know. I'm electing to ignore it. All right. All right. I think I have rebuilt it live. We shall see. We shall see. And you know what? If it doesn't work, I got time to fix it later. Maybe. Hopefully. Probably. Yeah, when you rebuild enough things at once, and this is one thing with troubleshooting, whenever you're designing a new system, testing a system, doing any kind of build work, you never do more than one thing at a time. Because the more stuff you do at once, when you go to test it and something breaks, you don't know why it broke, right? You don't know why it broke, and worse than that, you have no way to know why it broke. Absolutely no way, because how would you know? How would you know? All right. Give me the stuff. Give me the goods. Batty boy and buddy-o, buddy-a. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Honestly, again, it's fine that we're a bug man. Legitimately, I would like a toggle setting that just made me a bug. I want to be a worm. You hear me, Dev? I want to be a little worm. Is that a me thing? Maybe. But I do want to be a little worm. That is what I would like to see. More than anything. Is for me to be a worm. For some reason. I will die on this hill. All right. So we got brains. What else can we make? We can make synthetic skin. Okay. So the hearts, which I can make in a processor. And then from there in a molder, I can make more bug types. Cool. That's what I need. The molder is here, so we have to research the molder immediately. And primitive paths. Hive forms its first transport routes. They follow living trails, establishing foundation of the swarm's logistic network. And synthetic skin. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll need all of it, so if I got the purple, then we'll just do that sucker up, I guess. Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Consume the plant with creep. I mean, we're going to get there. I'm sure we will. I'm wondering, since this game is in early access, I do wonder how far along it is. You know what I mean? With games like this, you never know. Depot. I do need a depot, so let's make one. Sounds baller. Okay. So, I need guys. Oh, I could just make these by hand? Oh, I can. Baller. Okay, so yeah, so I just need to have lots of larvae. Oh, I can just make the larvae? Oh, cool. They just take a while. Made in hatchery. I don't think I have a hatchery building. It doesn't matter, though. What I need is this depot building. Boop. Perfect. And now we dump some miners. Is it only 2 miners per depot? Looks like. Okay. Cool. And now we need to make a chest. Yeah, I know I could make a metal chest at this point, but like, I don't really care. Ideally, I'm not using these chests for anything after like 5 seconds. Wow, that was a loud thump. A thumper. Alright. Chest. And a snatcher. Boop. I do like this left click, right click link system though. Very clean. It feels good. It feels very good and clean to have that linking system. Alright. What else do we got? What else do we got that we can make? I can make brains. I don't know what that does for us. Movers. Carries items along swarm trails. Interesting. Okay, well, guess we'll figure it out. Do I need to pick up the purple all the time? Or, like, can I just... I think I could just make them. I need a lot more iron than I got. But we'll get there. A little bit at a time. I gotta reach a point where I can automate this stuff, right? I gotta, once we link this all together, then we're good. Then we're good. We will be golden. More iron. Okay. So I could make another depot. Perfect. Perfect. The iron is a little slower to be mined out, so let's go ahead and... I do want them to be next to each other. Whoops. Well, guess we got multiple depots. That's okay. That is okay. And we'll drop another snatcher. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this game, it feels dark. It feels... I think... Okay. Whoops, hit my mic. I see what I think is an issue. Right now, let's look at the screen as is, right? Got a big old mini-map. Looks fine. It's a mini-map. It's fine. We have a bubbling green reactor, which is doing its job. It's bubbling. It's green. It's reacting. Sure. Works great. And we have the little living forges. I don't know. Is there a better name for that than living forge? I mean, it is a forge, and it's supposed to be alive. But the name Living Forge is very on the nose. What's a better name? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe like enzyme processes to break down the ore rather than melting the ore? Maybe? Maybe like you use the wood to fuel enzyme processes? I think that would sound a little better. At least to my stupid brain. All right, so basic brains. So if I get enough spore and metal to make brains and hearts, I can make a molder, which is what I need for automation. That beautiful, sweet, sweet word, which I can make. Neat. Assume we'll need 1,000,000 molders. Okay. Okay, first off, I gotta turn off the little sound that plays every time I handcraft a gear. I gotta, that's gotta be a toggle. It's gotta be a toggle. That's a lot of sound spam when I'm handcrafting things that have 1,000 parts. That's it. And end statement. It's gotta though. It's gotta. It's rough. It's rough without it. Okay. We've got some coal mining. Can I stop manually deforesting? That's a lot of coal. Oh, and it burns for 5 seconds. Why am I activating coal? It must have a purpose to refine the coal. I don't know what. Combustion rate 2.5. Yeah, I can just use normal coal. I don't need refined coal. Huh. Weird. Oh, well. Dump some coal in. Combustion rate 10? Is wood? No. A lower combustion rate is better. I wonder if refined coal is more efficient than non-refined coal. Maybe. Be kind of wacky, but maybe. Okay. Go look at the brain bug. It's currently trying to big thing. Okay. So, yeah. Looks like... As is, I just need a lot more iron. I just need a lot more iron to feed my little genetic purple blocks. My little perp blocks. Wait, did taking them out of the gene lab, is that what screwed with me? Oh, maybe I slowed myself down. Maybe I might have slowed myself down. So, does that mean... Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. So you craft your science pieces in the same building that works your science. Interesting. Living forge, bio warmer. Ooh, what's this? Oh, it's a weird looking tree. Oh, the creep turned the tree purple. Neat. Oh. I like the weird looking tree. Good design. Excellent work. All right, a little hard to click on chests when the little flies are flying over to them. Not like a big deal, but it is a little more difficult to click on your chests when that is happening. Okay. So we got a bunch of iron. What are we gonna do? First off, let's grab some wood. If you need wood to make iron chests, then that can only tell me that wood must be a renewable resource in this game. There must be a way to grow and harvest lumber for some reason. Because otherwise, why would it be required for iron tier chests? Granted, you need wood in Factorio for the lowest tier power pole. Does that mean you can grow wood? Not until extreme end game. It could just be an assumption that I won't be using the chests for very long at all. Which is very possible. Very, very possible. Alright, let's drop another depot. You're just dropping a spore depot. I do think we are. Oh, neat. So, looks like I can... Oh, yeah. Cool. So I can tell a given building to outsource, to move its production outwards to multiple things. I like that. I like that a lot, actually. All right. All right. Keep cooking, Dev. Keep cooking. We might be getting somewhere with this. All right. So what I can do here is I actually want to swap you out, put you in. What? Oh. Ooh, wait, hold on. I want to hear that again. Why am I not dragging these things down into here? I really should be learning the hotbar. After 1,000 years, you'd think I'd know that by now, but like, you know me. All right. Boop. Dang it. Boop. All right. So if I put some chests here, and I guess make more iron chests. And some chests here. This one full of iron ore. And this one full of spore pods. How do I... Left click this and select, right click to edit. Okay. Interesting. Working. I don't know what these things mean. I don't know what these symbols mean. I assume this means take from and place. That's what I want. Boy, there's a tutorial. Anyways, I'm going to just continue to not do... I'm putting spores in, not spore pods. Fucking whoops. Okay. That is working. So, the arrow means place, the box means take. Got it. Okay. Simple enough, simple enough. Easy to work with once you figure it out. Okay. We can work with that. We can work with that. All right. What's next on our little talk to What's mechanization give us? A processor. Not a clue what that does. We'll begin sequencing, though. Same with this. Makes the blobber. Probably, I think that's the weapon. Probably want that. All right. What else do we get? The refined molder. Birthing grows efficient. So it's just better. That takes higher tier stuff. Sure. The grabber. Grabbers automatically transfer resources, reducing the burden on snatchers. All right, this is your Factorio grabber. And this is all we can queue up. Logistics code, short tunnels, and basic splitters. That seems important. Snatcher range increase. Snatcher amount increase. Snatcher stack amount. Oh, you can haul multiple resources. Ooh, that's interesting. I'm kind of wondering if I want to build grabbers at all. I wonder if the grabbers were made solely for the Factorio heads. You know what I mean? Like, if they put in grabbers almost entirely because people are used to Factorio. And they know that, so they're like, all right, here you go. Right? Like, here it is. Fucking use your grabbers if you're obsessed. That is something you have to do as a game dev. Realistically, that's something you just have to sometimes be like, all right, fine, take it. Because, like, if these suits fly, and I can just stack, like, 10 of them at every building, and it's not like they take power, right? They're living things. Once I build them, they're just good, because I don't have to feed them. I feel like I should have to feed them. But I don't have to feed them. All right, so what is the molder? The molder. Oh. Does it need power? It does need power. So let us boop. There we go. Okay. So what do? You make feastlings, which require larvae and iron bars. But I have to hand build my larvae. Let's take the hatchery. Do I have hatcheries? At the moment, the answer is no. Swarm trail buffer. Movers resurface at trail buffers. I don't know what that means. Make some trails, I guess. Deck skin, very cheap to make, sure. We'll queue up a bunch of maggots, I guess. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Ooh, now I gotta check the thingy. Okay. Looks like the chatbot is having trouble with Twitch. Why? Why? Let me press buttons live. You know, doing smart things. We press buttons live on stream. Okay. No, it's just Twitch. Just Twitch being a problem. Oh well. Oh well. Back to looking at stuff. Okay. Yeah, I would also another request for the developer. I would like an option to make this UI bigger, particularly as a streamer. I'm fine if it's less clean. Right now, it fits very nicely in the UI. Let me choose to have it not fit nice, but to make everything 3 times larger. Maybe twice. Maybe 3 or 4 times bigger. Because it's really hard to see anything, and that's me close to my computer looking at things. So I know for the fools, it's like they realistically they can't see. y'all can't see. I know this. All right, take that. Grab some coal. This is the point where we kind of just walk. Now, I appreciate that we got to the basic automation pretty fast. The drones, the miner drones, they're kind of just doing their thing. A lot of walking dudes. A lot of humanoid shapes we have. More than I was expecting. I was expecting more grubs. I imagine that the dev elected to not use as many grubs for a reasonable purpose, which is that they wanted to have less of a unfortunate reality is they wanted fewer people screaming that they looked like the biters from Factorio. That's what I would guess. Which is a very legitimate concern. Unfortunately. Okay, now we put the coal here. Will you auto-distribute coal? It looks like you will. Oh, how nice. Oh, what a lovely day. What a lovely, lovely day. All right, let's make some movers. All right, okay. So this is the point where we start. So we have our factory line, right? I'm gonna need a lot of belts. I don't know what trail buffers are, but we're making like a... Oh yeah, that's a problem. I'm going to turn that down. That is a problem when I go, oh, I need to make some early game belts, and then I get hit by the item crafted sound effect 100 times rapidly. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We don't want to deal with that, man. It seems like a little much, you know? I would really prefer if we didn't. Right? Okay. All right. So this is our path equivalent. I get why it looks like this. But this, I see the complaint that this looks a lot like a Factorio belt. Because this is for our little mover bugs. Now, do I have to loop this? Oh, it does have a direction. We can turn it. I assume this is supposed to be a road of sorts. Guides movers along a path. Okay. Because if I can have everything on this one line, right, then I'm good. Crafting sound sounds like mixing sand. Yeah. What are you? Oh, I just put them on the ground for decoration. But how do I put you in the path? Oh, is this... Was this? Movers resurface at trail buffers. Yep. Okay. And now he walks. Boop, 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 boop. Cute. Okay. Yeah, so it's supposed to be a road. That makes sense. I like the idea of little... Essentially, I mean, if you think about it, it is simply a case of... So if I put one here... Well, if I have none, what happens when he reaches the end, right? Will he disappear and respawn? Is this all I need for a loop? Because that'd be great. But yeah, if you get too many of these, it just turns into a satisfactory belt all over again, right? Because you'll just saturate it. Because why wouldn't you? Once I have infinite resources, I'm just Yep, he dug back down. He's at the front. So I like it. I like what they're doing. And I think these guys can... How do I tell him what I want to be in him? Okay, when I put them down, they just auto go on. Oh, they're all just going in immediately, huh? All right. I guess. How do I determine what goes into them, right? Because they carry items. Yeah. Okay. How do I edit? I don't want to go from the miner into the mover. I want to push from the factory straight into the miner, you know? Ah. Okay. Gotta be a way. This tab mode is how you do things in this game. Only with some kind of tutorial I wasn't touching. The streamer curse, am I right? Disable auto worker distribution. Fascinating. Okay. Alright. Take a look at what else I can do. I need logistics. So what do we have? Short tunnels for underground. And splitters. Right. Well. Okay. In this case, can I put a few of these guys here? Everything here we rip up. Because I'm going to be moving it all. Well, they do just kind of auto-distribute. Depending on how smart that AI is, that could be very useful. Very useful indeed. So, I'm thinking is if I just have a road up to here and then movers on this, then I can grab the ore. So both ores, right? Then we have a road like this. Another spawn point. They move them like here. So the idea is I'm putting the ore and the coals all onto the same spot. That's my hope. And then we'll have a 3 iron chests. Let's be smart, right? We have 3 iron chests followed by those are genetic chambers. I need living forges. Followed by a bunch of forges. Oh, so these have to be very close. Okay. That's going to be annoying. All right. So in that case, we'll need to spread it out even more. Spread it out even more. So can I do it like this? No, actually. No, indeed. Those are going to reach 1 of each. Wow. Wow. So I gotta... oh, God. Take from both. And then... boop. Put into here. How do I... can I set a recipe? No. So how would it know? How would it know what I want? Right? I'm not sure. But after that, we do it again. This time, it'll be for iron. So, the idea is this will auto-fuel our coal and auto-fuel our iron over here, which will be good, I think. Then we'll take our other stuff. But, like... how do I get it from here onto the bugs? Not sure. Not one bit. At least the coal lasts a long time. Not that I'm using any of this. I think we just rip it all up for now. I'm not using it. Okay. This is all key on me learning how movers work. Now, I'm gonna save, by the way. We'll just call it that. So, how do I put things on you? Because I can't click you. We don't need to do it individually. We have to do it. Is it literally that we just tell them to go on when things are moving past? Is that too much, though? I don't know. Does that mean the boxes are useless? Like like I can't store in a box to have a buffer of item? That'd be very unfortunate. Looks like I can't. Oh well, let's put some guys down, see what happens. Will the bugs... Aha! They will try to put an ore on the bug. Good. Good, 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 good. Perfect. So what I need to make are these grabbers. I see. I see. So the purpose of the grabbers is that they will be much more efficient at putting things on. Got it. Got it. So what I need is a lot of bugs. Oops. Each of them doing their thing. And each of them will in turn get a bunch of flies. I wonder if the flies will auto-distribute or something. You know? I have no idea. Not a clue in the world. Not a clue in the world. So how do I... So I can't... No, I need grabbers at this point. There's no other... Why are you stuck? Oh, it's because you have something on you, so you're waiting for it to be taken off. I see. Okay. So, at this point, we just need to manually set up. Wow, these power poles are bad. That's how you know it's a factory game, baby. Let's go. Okay. Power that. Glowfly. The firefly will auto fly over. Good, good, good. Then I, for my part, need to just start cooking more iron. By hand, I guess. Okay. I'm going to need to set up another pair of that. I'm going to need to set up... boop, boop. Boop, boop. Good, good. The Q button still works. Yeah, so the purpose of grabbers in this game isn't that they're better than the flies somehow, but rather it's that the flies don't know how to take from boxes. If I set up a grabber, surely the grabber will be able to do that. Surely. I mean, I could be wrong. Heaven forbid, I've been wrong many a time. But like, here's hoping. No. Here's hoping. Alright. This third set will become coal. I don't have enough coal to care about that yet, but like, we'll get there, I'm sure. We'll get there, I'm sure. I'm sure. Give it time. Alright. Craft. 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 I don't really need these ones yet. And let's make some more stuff. Well, I don't have mats. Because we need to get this tech, apparently. Good. Now we can make the... there we go. Make the grabber first. Once the grabber is done, then we'll make a basic defense. The blobba. Do we make walls in this game? Acid pods. Fleshy turrets to spit acid. Neat. Oh, really? We just use acid pods? Oh, you just upgrade the hell out of the acid pods. I see. You don't really get new things. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, we do make walls. I don't know about making walls as the hive. I get it. It makes sense from a gameplay standpoint. But making walls does feel more artificial. Granted, bugs do weird stuff like that in reality. The rosy millipede grabbers. Yeah, they probably do. Oh, here's the hatchery. And what is this? This is a better spire. Oh, thank God. All right. Give me that hatchery. Give me that hatchery from Mr. Big Perp himself. Yeah, so what we need is... We'll clean this up, give the roads more room, but I need those grabbers before I can do anything. Anything at all. I want to do anything. Anything and anything. How I'd love to do anything. As long as it was with you. Okay. I don't know. Is it slow to start? Not really. It's just kind of that I'm going slow, I guess, so to say. I also could use another boil chamber. Those are actually kind of hard to make, though. Okay, so the bugs are doing a good job of combining onto a roadway. So that's nice. I appreciate that aspect. But yeah, I think once you get enough of these things, it's going... I would like it if they kept going underground even when they had stuff on them. Right? If they kept looping no matter what. Because I think while it's really cool with a small pack of insects, I think if you maxed out on insects, and it would just turn into a Factorio grabber where you saturate the entire line with items. Yeah. Yeah. That is the issue I foretell for the current design as is. All right, let's put in coal, and we'll burn coal to burn coal. Why are we burning coal for refined coal? No idea. Not a clue. But I know we'll need it one day. So here we are. Burning coal. To burn more coal. We not power this? Can I make... I need more stuff. I need more stuff. Let's make some maggots, I guess. Alright. We're making stuff at a good rate, at least. Make some fireflies. Let's make a bunch of miners, a bunch of movers, a pair of depots, things I'll need no matter what. That should be good. Should it? Yeah, that'll be fine. Let's move this to the side a little. Oops, someone's stuck in an infinite loop. Just like me, for real. Okay. So, other thought is, at the beginning of the game, when you're reliant on just a few of these movement bugs, it's really slow. Right? Because these are the only bugs we got. So it feels way slower. Oh, thank goodness I can make some grabbers. Okay. So, I do appreciate the effort put into... How to say? The effort put into making us want to satisfactory it up. Speaking of which, I don't even need this set. So, input... Just input... Just fuel. Because why would I do both in the same box? In theory, it's fine. In practice, ew, 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 ew. Ew, brother, ew. But how do I tell it what the input is? Do I drag? Oh, do I just drag a little bit into it? No? Huh. Curiouser and curiouser. Okay. Hmm. I'm feeling a little chafing at the lack of defining inputs. Because it says, oh, you can just put in an input, but I'm like, I don't want to just put in an input. I want to put in a specific input. You know what I mean? I don't want just any input. I want a specific one. Which, like, it's not the worst thing in the world, but I would appreciate being able to do that. Right, can I set up a molder? What does this thing do again? Right. So it needs hearts. How do I make hearts in bulk? How do I make hearts in bulk? Wait a second. Made in a processor. Do I have that? Kinds of games when you make light. Because when you require power for them, all it really amounts to is players saying, oh, okay, I just won't. You know? Like, I'll just suffer in the darkness. Because you make it bright enough at night that you don't need light, strictly speaking. And when you do that, what you're actually telling the player is it is now suboptimal to be able to see what you're doing. And rule number 1 of game design, players will always optimize the fun out of their game. All right. I do not understand how we program the grabbers. I quite simply do not get how the grabbers work. Also, I would like it if the grabbers wasn't just a 2-pronged hook. I think that's 2 Factorio. Yeah, maybe like a millipede or something. I get it. It looks like bug mandibles, but like it looks too mechanical for my taste. In this case, looks a little too mechanical. So fuel input. Am I really just going to have to? Well, like they'll just start cooking random stuff in the forges. I don't want them to cook random stuff in the forges. I want them to cook specific stuff in the forges. Unless I'm. My current thought is like, oh, I'm transporting each raw material and then I'll forge them all in the same place. Because that is a better way to design for when you need future expansion and need more complex builds. But as it is right now, I'm getting a feeling that the game is saying, no, you have to bring coal to the raw material sites so that you don't confuse your forges and end up with God knows what. And that feels kind of bad. Where are these processors? Oh, good. So this is how I can... Okay, so this is how I craft all the parts, all the random stuff. Got it. This is how we get complicated. I gotta figure out these little walker dudes before I can do that. So, like, if I... Why are you not powered? No energy. You should have energy. I think I'm just capping out what one capacitor can handle. I think I just need more boil chambers, but I can't manage at the moment. Got it. We'll just go down to the one thingy. The one thingamajiggy. Got it. All right. What else is purple only that I can even research at this point? Not a lot. Not a lot indeed. Well, got walls. Guess I'll research Firefly carry amount. Honestly, it's like, why the fireflies seem so cracked. It's making me wonder why I would even bother. Dang it. It's making me wonder why I would even bother. Deposit slots, input fuel. I don't understand. I think I do need to hit the tutorial for this because I don't comprehend what the grabber is asking of me here. You know? I just don't know what this grabber is asking. That's fine. It's fine. Oh! Are you working? You have power. Okay. Start grabbing things. Right, so the problem is I need to be... Oh, I made a lot of fireflies. Go, my pretties! Go! Oh. Yes! Alright, this is fun. This really hits the same brain chemistry as having the swarm of drones in Factorio, but much earlier in the game. It looks a little horrifying when there's this many over a single boil chamber. And I get that they carry discrete amounts of power on them, which is an interesting way to do it. But it's definitely a more fun way to do it. At least I think so. But it still leaves us with the same issue of what exactly are we doing? What exactly are we doing? I have already hit a point where I don't... Yeah, see? We're starting to refine coal. I don't want it to refine coal. Don't refine coal. Refine iron, damn you. Okay, Oh, I'm feeling the pressure of not being able to tell which forge what to refine what. I think I have to... God, yeah, I think I have to flip this. Be much simpler, but less good. So we have to... Oh, guys, they're here. Go like this. Why? I don't know. Because... Bottom text. That's why, because. So down here, and now I'm wondering, how do I determine... The little burrow bugs seem to just go at their own pace. They just go, okay, I'm a wander, bop, 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 which is fine. You know? That's fine. I did not tear up enough forges. Okay. Fine. We will set up for... fuck it. Well, no, I need them to be... like this. Okay. So... I'll need the forges anyways. We'll just hand make them. So now all I gotta do is these burrow bugs here. Their job is going to be to carry... See, yeah, look, and they're all just... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're all just running on this line. That's not how we want it to be done. Because we got these. Rather, what I need is to have... a line kind of go... kind of go down and out. Like so. And then... Why am I doing it like this? What am I doing? This is a stupid design. Okay. So go down and out like so to distribute crystal ore. Right, so I'm going to need a lot of grabbers, by the way. So we're just going to mass make grabbers for this. Because, like, I could use distribution, but if I could, that would definitely be preferred. But as is, I think we're going to have to stick with grabbers. I would really like to not use grabbers. Just so we could play a little less satisfactory. Or sorry, a little less Factorio and a little more of this game, right? I know I keep saying it. But also, man, that's loud. So yeah, so this will distribute coal. These guys will then grab the coal. Make all the spore towers I can. Because apparently I will need them. Okay. We will hop one down. Then they will go across like this. Ah, tier 1 power towers. They're bad at every game. Yippee! It's always this bad. Okay. And now that I have this, I don't need to worry about cross-mixing my resources and ending up with the wrong stuff in the wrong pile. But it feels real bad that I have to resort to a build this ugly. You know what I mean? Not what I was hoping for. Is it manageable? Absolutely. Absolutely. But is it what I wanted? I would say no. I would definitely say no. Fine. Because in theory, these guys can distribute. It just didn't seem like it was working very well. So I think what I need is to build them like this. Build that like that. There we go. The workers are down. Okay. Build this across and down. And voila. Okay. So, if I say distribute to the line, is it a question of simply having enough bugs? Or do I need to distribute some grabbers? I don't know. Since we don't know, we're just going to be really, really extra about it. You know? Because what else can we do? And I hope they end up walking down the right line. I don't know. I do not know how to ensure that they do so. This one we can... Yeah. Okay. Okay. Will this guy auto stick on? He will. Good, good. Okay. It's really ugly. Here I was building my super nice, my super fancy little design originally. But instead, here we are. So, are there even ones walking around up there? Do I have to manually tell them to go up there? I don't know how the distribution works, and it's making me want to just build 100,000 builder bugs, and I know that is not the intent. I know the intent. Oh, they can store more than one. Neat. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Well, I mean, if they can store more than one, then, should I just build snatchers? If I build enough snatchers, though, life will be a lot easier. I'm just saying. Okay. We have our ugly grabbers. What I now need... I'm realizing these things don't have outputs. I should probably make some. I should probably put down some boxes for them. This isn't consolidated at all. Life is rough. I'm gonna go grab some trees. Boop ba doop boop 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 boo. Boop ba doop boop boo. Alright. Okay, that should do on boxes. For now. Okay. That's enough to make some boxes, at least. Make some boxes, at least. Okay. No. They have a range of 2. Crap. Right, I know, at least I think I can upgrade the range as time goes on. Which I will be desperate to do, because that is straight up atrocious. That range is, in a word, really bad. So it's really hard to actually output from these things. But we do have automation. It's bad automation. But it is automation. I don't know if we actually do, though. The reason I say that is I don't know if we're getting any fuel. Let's check it out. Oh, there we are. So we are getting fuel. Very slowly. Oh, yeah, okay. So this needs to be only fuel. Is there a way to... Okay. Okay. So, yeah. So I was... Ooh, yeah. Okay, there has to be a way to... There has to... Can I zoom in? Nope. Darn, I can't zoom in to affect things at a massive distance like Factorio. That would be nice, Steph. It would be nice if I could zoom in on the map. But if I don't set these to only fuel... Wait. Are these all set to... What? How do I... Oh, God. Do I have to manually change every single one of them to say fuel? Oh, bro. Bro, please. Oh, no. Oh. Yeah, that's that. No, 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 no. Nah, 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 nah. I'm not doing that. I mean, it's fine when we have 12 inputs, but like, what about when I have 600 inputs, you know? That's not gonna work. I can't do that by hand, you crazy. You crazy. Yeah. As a result, they've been stealing all the coal and then refining it. which also serve to jam up the entire line. I see the problem. Okay. Yeah, we might, whoops. We might be a little screwed as a result. Okay. Okay. So at least we can, like, do a little something. Get cooking, please. I need some kind of iron. All right. Automation. In my automation game. Wow. Oh, wow. It's something. So far, it's pretty basic. It took me this long. It did take me 2 hours to automate furnaces. That feels slow. That feels very slow. Now, is it because I didn't do the tutorial? Sure, but like that long? Damn. That's rough. Ugh. All right. Can I increase grab God, snatcher range? What do I need? I need red building blocks. I don't. Ooh, colored lights. Specialized glands emit varied hues. I like that. I like colored lights. So how do I unlock red science? Repair bio kits. Explosives. Oh, for bombs. Neat. A capacity? Huh? Oh, this must be your drone equivalent. Yeah. Oh, green is here. Red science. I need the small worker bay. What is this? Workers dispatched from the bay work only at nearby workstations, enabling the assignment of tasks within a localized area of the Oh, is this what I need to assign recipes? That's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm going to hope. Okay. Well, in that case, as I continue to have... I need another boil chamber. I really, really could use another boil chamber. All right. Hatcheries. Oh, hatcheries are cheap. I'm going to need, like, a lot of them. They're very cheap. All right. Give me my iron. Thank you. Yeah, now they're jammed up waiting, which isn't great, but I guess it's fine. I just need a million movers. Oh, God, dude, this is bad. I'm sorry, I gotta... Oh, my God, my ears are going crazy. Okay, I got alerts. It's not an alert. Not an alert. Is it a GUI? Not a GUI sound. It's a game sound. Oh, thank God. I'm sorry, I couldn't. It's so loud. I had to reduce the sound. There was no shot, bro. I'm sorry, Dev. It was too loud. I have to be able to turn it off. I'm going to go crazy. Okay. So, my coal distribution is really bad. But I think it's just that I don't have enough movers. Which is kind of weird. Because right now it feels like I invested a bunch of hard-made material at the beginning of the game. To, you know, for now, the music is solid. It's very ambient, very simple. I'm gonna add my own music just while I chat, right? Immediate thoughts. I can see it being fun. It is very clearly heavily based on Factorio. Let's do the Dwarf Fortress. I love Dwarf Fortress's OST. That'll be a nice change of pace. Okay, so immediate thoughts, right? I like it. I love the bug theme. I like the snatchers. I like the little flying movers. Not a huge fan of grabbers. I understand why grabbers are here, because they form an important process, and more importantly, we're feeling like we're cavemen. Yeah, apparently it's the best I can do. But a big part of why the grabbers are so important is this is actually something you wouldn't understand unless you become familiar with the coding behind the game. Do not grab? Can the grabbers not pass off to each other? Oh, I can't grab coal from the other grabber. Oh. Suffering becomes me. All right, I gotta change this up then. All right, what I gotta do is I gotta put down another box so the grabber can go here to fuel this. Well, no, I don't need to do it that way. What it is I just put grabbers here because I'm just going to build. Not a fan of the grabbers, but they are here for a vital reason. And it's not a thematic reason. They're here because they're mathematically simple. You might ask, generic? What do you mean by mathematically simple? Great question, buddy. What I mean is that they don't take a lot of CPU processing power. And yes, that is vitally important in a game like this, because these games are incredibly computer intensive. Incredibly intensive for your CPU. As you build, you know, it's fine now. But you go look at the Factorio run as we were about to finish, and you'll see me building like probably dead-ass hundreds of thousands of things. And at that point, you will realize, wow, we really gotta make this more efficient. Because it's bad, right? It is bad at that point. Are you not? Oh, right, because you're hungry. Ooh. So hungry. Well, we'll leave it like that. Is a case where what it is I'm distracting myself with nothing. The grabbers are very CPU efficient because they sit here and they pass one item, so it doesn't take a lot of CPU cycles. I imagine the little flying bugs are similar to like the drones, right? They have to actively move. They have an AI that's causing them to move around when they have nothing better to do. That's very expensive. Quite simply, that is a very expensive thing to do output-wise. And because it's very expensive to do, I'm sure the dev has a need to keep the number I'm spamming down. Because what I would like to do is to have 100,000 little flies buzzing around. I would like to have 100,000 snatchers flying around the hive, auto-calculating where they're needed. That'd be so swell. And just moving around in their own rate, at their own speed, as they are needed. That would be very fun. I would love the look of it. I would love the feel. Oh, I never tore these ones down. I would love the look of it. I would love the feel of it. But the reality is, everyone, if they were to do that, the game would chug to a halt unless they did some insane optimizing magic. Because the game would then be forced to, well, run with that much stuff out. And that's really, ooh, the creep's starting to look kind of nice and messed up. I would like it if the creep buffed me. Zerg style from StarCraft, right? I would like if I moved faster on the creep. Right now, I think it's just a negative effect to cause the robots to want to murder me. Speaking of which, I don't think I can even fight the robots by hand. I think I have to rely on base defenses. Well, I have bombs. Ah. Oh, you throw a bunch of feastlings. I see. But those are my current thoughts. I understand why these are here for practicality reasons, but I, as a player, have the privilege of not caring about what's practical. I, as a player, get to be a whiny little baby and say, but I want the flies and not the grabbers. Because it's cool, and it does mark things out very different from Factorio. Second, building the swarm trail is fine, like, sure, whatever, I don't really care. However, then needing, once the swarm trail is built, the inherent need afterwards to build a... Oh my god! This is the problem. The movers are choosing, because I don't assign what trail movers are on. Right now, the mover system feels like I have to build a belt twice. All jam themselves up here. And all jam themselves up here. And I lost all of my coal bugs. So the whole belt line just took itself out, right? Just took itself out, and I didn't even know. I didn't even know. The only solution I see is to simply make an infinite number of mover bugs. Because if I have an infinite number of mover bugs, this can't happen, right? This can't be a problem anymore because I simply have so many. Which sucks, because now I'm just building a belt twice. And that feels bad for everyone. And it's just turning into a satisfactory belt at that point. Or sorry, a Factorio belt. I am doing the thing. I guess it is a satisfactory belt at the same time. In reality, it is the same thing. So, it doesn't really matter. There's people to hyper-optimize their game to look and work exactly like other games with 3,000 times faster. Yeah. Yeah. It do be like that. It do be like that. But these are the things we have to consider when designing a game, right? And providing feedback. Right now, this is my problem because I just feel my immediate reaction to seeing a mover bug get stuck isn't, oh, I need a better circular route so that they move around in a big loop, they don't get stuck, and then they will keep feeding in. Because I know they'll still end up saturating on one item that I make more of than I need, and I'm not going to do the math to decide if I'm saturated or not. I'm just going to stop trying, and I'm going to build a Factorio belt. As a player, that's my solution, because it takes more time to do ratios and math and outputs than it does to say, if the belt is empty, put more in. That's what I'm going to say. And more in this case, is more mover bugs. Now, I know the flying bugs get around that, but, and I would be using all flying bugs with a few movers, but I can't interact with the chests or the movers. I can't tell the flying bugs only grab iron from this chest and put it into this specific forge. And I also can't tell the flying bugs only grab iron off moving bugs to put into the chest, right? I want to use the bugs for the grabbers. And we're also getting the same problem where I don't think I can tell the grabbers to be exclusive. I need to do the tutorial. And I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Because I was hoping I could figure it out on live. Because it's funnier. Reality is, it's funnier. That's the actual reason I try to do things live. It's more comedic. And, you know me, comedy is everything. It's important. And I do think that is legitimate. As a streamer, doing something because it's funnier is unironic methods to do something, right? Comedy is important. It really, truly is. So, those are my current thoughts. The grabbers, if I could make these exclusive, if I could make the Living Forges exclusive, I would be so much happier. Now, with that said, I understand that there's good reason we can't make these exclusive. I suspect the dev wants it to not be Factorio, because they are very aware that a lot of the game as it looks is Factorio. Like, I mean, we have eyes, people, right? And the lack of looping on the bugs when they have stuff on them, I think that's a mistake. Because we see here the only bugs I have jammed up at the end of this line. They're just waiting very slowly for their coal to be grabbed. But their coal is never going to be grabbed. Well, it won't for a long time. And because of that, all of the things up the fuel line can't get fuel anymore. So I'm going to run out of power as a result of this. And you know what we all think? I mean, I don't even have to say it. We all know what we think to a game where you run out of power. We think, dang, that kind of sucks. We think, dang, I would like to not run out of power, right? Absolutely. I'm still sad. I didn't realize I was still sad. Let me turn that off. Yeah, bunch about Minecraft, bunch about how, yeah, a game can run drastically faster if entities don't have paths. Exactly. But because this is a bug-based game, you are building swarms and swarms of guys. Pathing is all of this. And so far, it looks like the devs have done a good job with the auto pathing, right? Now, I don't have anything complicated. You won't know until you go play late game. You get this thing just ridiculously built out. And then you'll know if the auto pathing is good or not. But at the moment, it seems fine. Also, I gotta build some undergrounds. Let's make some more trail. And here's the thing, I need... Aren't y'all glad I chose to... Like I am dead. I am unironically like, I need to go build 100 moving bugs. Because the current problem I'm seeing that's choking my production is telling my brain, oh, mover bugs are the choke. Okay. Even at the beginning of the game, mover bugs are a choke. So I need 100 mover bugs. And the problem is I need that 100 mover bugs because the range of the fireflies, the grabber flies, to actually distribute these things, which I could also use a lot more snatchers, by the way. So we're going to build like 100 snatchers, and I'm not even joking. I need to start automating bug parts. We haven't automated anything in the game. This is a forge. I'm trying to melt iron. I'm on the melting iron part of the game. All right, let's put down the hatcheries somewhere. Oh, these things are big. How do these work? Oh, these need energy. I see. Okay. So we need to put down a pole line. All right, that's all the poles I have. And I guess it's time to put down hatcheries. Like so. Because I know that I'll need this many hatcheries, because this is like apparently how we make the little maggots, the little larvae. Okay. Copy. How do I... If they're already built, I can't. Can I not paste over them if they're already put down? All right, we got to put that in, man. We got to put that in. That's bad. Because I am not tearing up the damn whole setup to do it every single time. One time. Oh, no. No. We can't. No, the copy is a one-time thing. We can't be running one-time things on our copy paste, brother. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Oh, God. We're gonna need more than that. We are gonna need... Oops. A little more than... What is that? What did I turn on? I turned on a mode. It's showing the line of the swarm trail, which is good. This is an important thing. Oh, alt mode. Oh, this shows what's being produced in a given thing. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. And it shows me that I have iron in here. Give me that. Okay. And it's tough, right? Because I see why certain design decisions are being made, and I also see why I personally think it might be a downside. Does that mean it's a downside? Not necessarily, but we see one of my bioreactors has run out of fuel, as I predicted would happen. And what's the solution? Is it to put down 40 walker bugs? Yes. Yes, the solution is to turn the cool, moving bugs for transportation into a factory or a satisfactory or waiting to have items pulled off of them. They are dead. They're dead in the water because I don't know why it's process bottlenecks, right? In a game like this, I might be making iron here, and I'm going to leave this zone because this is a small starting zone. I'm not going to come back to this iron because I'm not going to bother to refine it further. This is a bad setup. As we get better stuff, I'm going to make better setups that work. Some kind of, bioorganic factory chain, which is what I was hoping to do. Well, look at how I built 40 mover bugs. And they're all stuck. I can't get a factory chain going because all my mover bugs are stuck. Do I have a choice beyond saturating these lines? I don't think that I do. Unironically, I think I have to saturate the mover bugs. I don't know what this guy is doing. But that's rough, right? Because look, now they're working. But are they? Or did I just build the equivalent of a tier 2 factory belt on top of my tier 1 factory belt? You know what I mean? Like, it's rough. These are working, I think. No, it's out of fuel because it's ran out of workers because they jammed up. They're all waiting. I literally, if I do not saturate the coal belt line, I am doomed. Like, we have to saturate this. At which point it would be easier to build coal mines and directly output them into the biochambers, which would be ridiculous. From a design perspective, that'd be ridiculous in a world of belts and logistics. So that's not logistics, that's doing everything stubbornly on the spot, right? Yeah, those are my first thoughts. I think a lot of it is coming down to how these guys are working and the way they're jamming up like this. Because, I do appreciate something, though. I need to point this out. I like that they are smaller and offset from the grabbers. right? See how the grabbers are offset from the bugs when they're jammed up? That's really good. It's a great design because in the real world, animals don't sit at perfect corners to each other, right? Organic things like bugs, even if they are a hive mind, even if they do work incredibly well together, they do not sit perfectly on top of each other. And they've done a good job here of making that kind of vibe work out. Because they aren't aligned straight on each other. Now, we are jamming this place full, right? This does look like a Factorio setup because it is jammed wall to wall with machinery. And in this case, not because I wanted it to be jammed full of machinery. It's jammed that thick because I had no choice. Because if I did not, it would not function. Why are you guys screaming at me? Can you not? You're not power? Oh my god. They're both out of power. Yeah, I don't... That's atrocious. That is bad. That is straight up an issue. If, like... I think I just have to build 100 transport bugs to fill my small line in the starting zone, because otherwise it doesn't work. I have to make this a Factorio line just to get two little grabbers, 3 little grabbers to be able to function. Because if I don't, they're not going to work. And as a result, the grabbers feel like they're... See, here we go. Now I have enough that they've jammed all the way to the back, and I will have power no matter what. Oh, that feels kind of rough. Or give me the demo a try. What difficulty am I on? I am on normal. I'm just on the default spawn because I think that's the best way to try games like this, to try out whatever the dev says. Hey, this is normal difficulty. This is what we balance the game for. This is what we make it for. Because let's be honest, hard mode is for the freaks. I mean that in a good way, but that's what it is, right? It's for the freaks. Normal mode is for the normies. It's what they built the game for. We are on normal mode. And like, I am building... So the little maggots, the little worm, to make any bug type, right? The little baby. We can make them by hand for free. What I should have been doing is making a couple hundred of them as I did the early game, because I wasn't crafting anything else. Because they take a while. I want to make them here, but apparently I would have to set up every single hatchery by hand to cook larvae. They take a very long time. We have to cancel all those copy pastes I did one at a time. Put the hatcheries back down. Now I'm going to have to manually, once again, one at a time, go into the hatcheries and tell them their purpose is to make little worms. I don't think these things even make other things than worms, by the way. If they don't, then there shouldn't be another option, but I seem to have to do it this way, and that's pretty rough. But good news is, I know I'm sounding a little dire, but here's the thing. Most of these problems are very fixable. I think most of these problems won't take that long to fix. Or, not necessarily fix. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm saying this because I think this is the case. That doesn't mean I'm correct. It doesn't mean I'm wrong, but it doesn't mean I'm right. So why are we not getting more iron? There's a reason these grabbers don't have power. I don't see a reason why these grabbers wouldn't have power. But for some reason, they do not. I think I guess the answer is because power has to be manually distributed in this. So when I lost power, it backed me up. Yeah, so the little flies have to fly power around. And that is fun. I like what that means. What I'm understanding this to mean for us is that because power has to be distributed out in this game, we don't want to make a centralized power system. And that makes sense why these bio burners, which the boil chambers, why they don't require water, they don't require other materials, they're very easy to spam anywhere you find a coal deposit, is because you need to treat power in this game like you would treat the drones in Factorio. You need nearby recharging stations for them to fly their power around, which is part of why I'm trying to not spam grabbers, but the inability to directly command my little flying snatcher guys very well. Like, I can't command them on boxes or walker bugs, so I have to spam grabbers, which means I have to spam power, which means has a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? It has a lot of effects down the line, down the chain. You remember giving them a try and mover bugs were a stumbling point for you? Witness? That makes sense. That makes sense. YouTube, unable to refresh YouTube authorization token. Why is YouTube going to just have trouble? I swear, YouTube. I swear. I see. So, good news is, by the way, since this is also a test stream, it looks like the chatbot is working. It's working in one direction at the moment. It's relaying what YouTube chat says to Twitch. It's not relaying what Twitch says to YouTube, which is odd. Which is odd. So I clearly have more to work on for this bot connection-wise. Well, that's life when you're lordgeneric, isn't it? And yeah, so we see now we have this thing functioning, but you look and you realize it's functioning. I do love that these are beetles with a little groove in their back so that things sit inside of them. That is cute. It's very cute. And I like the bug swarm. I want to replace my model. I don't want to have hands. I want to replace my model with a little big worm. I want to be a big bug. I want to be a big bug, not a strange man. You know what I mean? I don't want to be a man. Ooh, drop frames again. I think my internet's just doing bad. Basic splitter splits movers into 3 directions. Let's try these. Let's try these. Okay. So, oh, they're not gonna get made for a while. I have too much stuff queued up. All right. Also try a small worker. Okay, yippee. Don't need those. Okay. Ugh, the tiny power poles. They're so tiny. Okay. Cool. Now they can. So this also means we need to have better loop systems in our power networks. You can't just have a single pole because they do have to travel alongside these loops. So it slows it down a lot. Wow, the bot is really struggling on the YouTube and the Twitch side at the same time. Interesting. Well, good to know. We'll have to figure out more. More problems ahead. More issues ahead for good old lordgeneric, I see. I just want things to work, man. This is why. I'm trying to not use Restream. But if issues persist, you know, we might have to. It would suck, because otherwise I have things figured out. Okay. What is this? So, Yeah. Okay. Cool. So we have a splitter. But again, it's very interesting. I can't order the splitter to only go in one direction. Right? Like, sure, the bugs might want to go in other directions. Wait until full, wait until empty. Wait, what? Oh, can I... Oh. Oh, interesting. So you can have them wait until the grabber has filled them up, and then they move on. Okay, I like that. I like that. That fixes a lot of problems, but it doesn't solve the pile-up issue, does it? It doesn't solve the 28 car pile-up. Now, it does mean we can keep them parked, if that's what we want. I don't know that that's what we want. Small worker bay. Why is... Oh, it's done. Cool, 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 cool. All right. Research red. We're going to at least get a second science. All right, let's put down a worker bay. Workers dispatched from the bay work at nearby workstations. What does that mean? What? What is a workstation? None of these take workers. Primitive processor? Is this it? And here's the thing, I should be using the primitive processor to make all my stuff. I just can't. Because I can't make anything in the first place because it's so hard to get my logistics up. Like, we've been going for 2.5 hours and my logistics network it feels barely functional. Yeah, because I should be automating every single one of these with the hearts and the brains, and in theory I would have bugs, you know, I'd have my little bugs running around, but I can't tell them to put things in specific chests, and the movers are jamming up, and I can't really get them to use more than one thing on them at a time, or I'm gonna get a 27 car pile up. And that's rough. Okay, that's not... What do you do, small worker bay? Capacity for... What? You can hold movers? You can hold snatchers and fireflies. Oh. Okay. I see. So you put these in your base and they all nest in here until they're actually needed. Then they fly out and do something. Okay. Okay, cool. I don't know how much I care to do that over just spamming them. It'll definitely clean up the place visually, though. Be a big visual cleanup, which is important. That is important once we have more than a single 27 car pile up for a base. Because right now, that's our... Are there any resources on this map? I don't see any. Ooh, how far do we have to go? Quite far, apparently. Quite far, apparently. Okay. Interesting. All right. So we made our red DNA block. What does that take? Obviously, we are not in a situation to make it because I am manually feeding purples, mover bugs, and grabbers. So we could do this. It's the same 2 mats we've been using, but I need automation. I need to start making parts and storing them, which at the moment, frankly, I can't do. I think logistically, I would need every line to be separate. I would love to say I'm going to have my mover bugs just move everything, because they can carry 6 things each. It's really cool. I see the vision. It's really cool to have 6 things on each bug as they carry a bunch of different items as they waddle around and it all gets picked off of them. I don't think it's gonna work. YouTube has weird delays. It's the bots freaking out and the connection. My internet's not doing good. But I think the amount of effort it would take right now to set up the logistics to make red is kind of giving me a headache, because I would need, the way this is working, I think I would need like another 400 mover bugs. Now, clearly, if mover bugs are how we make red science, I'm supposed to be making thousands upon thousands, if not millions, of mover bugs. But like, bro, I gotta handcraft 100,000 of these things apparently so that I can automate. Ugh. You know, like, god damn. Maybe I want to move the base out farther so I can have more depots. The depots are kind of a pain, I'm not gonna lie. Because once again, in order to get, if I surround my mats, my thing with depots, which is good, and then I have to surround that with swarm trail and grabbers or swarmers, I would prefer the snatcher bug. I prefer the little flyers to drop things off. It's way cuter. But it doesn't work with mover bugs. So I need to build 1,000 grabbers. And at that point, I feel like I'm just playing Factorio. You know? At that point, it feels like I'm just playing Factorio instead of the much more interesting Swarmdustry. Those are my thoughts. Man, this bot's freaking out. It's YouTube. Ugh. My Google accounts are weird. They hate me and break, and I don't know what to do with them. It's a pain in the butt. Nothing works. I just want shit to work, man. Life is rough. Oh well. Oh well. Well, got everything at least. All right. Let's look at what red gives us. What does, if we make red, because I just honestly don't really want to automate the red DNA at the moment. It's just, God, even getting the iron, and like we have 6 forges, but they're barely running. These things are barely running. And automating out would take a long time. Why can I make gold? What's the point of gold? Can I hoard it? That'd be fun. That would be fun if I could hoard it. Now, I still don't entirely understand the worker bay. I should probably hit up a tutorial. I might check out tutorials off stream. Just be like, what? Am I missing something? I might be. I probably am. Let me know in the comments if I am. Because I probably am. What can we make now that we've read? The refined molder, so just a tier 2 factory. Got it. The crafting module. Basic crafting becomes quicker. Increases personal crafting speed. Personal crafting speed. Is this... Hold on. I think this goes into here. Oh, the modules are for you. But that increases personal crafting speed, though. What's that telling me is that this dev is based And this dev is directly telling me, yes, generic, you are supposed to handcraft at all times. Thank you. Someone gets the vision. At last, thank God. Someone who understands me. At last. Was always missing something in this kind of game. It's true, you're always missing something, but I feel like it's a bigger struggle to get started because of the mover need. And the fact that, like, I like that the fireflies have to distribute energy, but it means distributing energy is kind of slow. See, we have all these hatcheries, which I'm going to need. They're very slow. But do they work? Right? Yeah, personal crafting speed, sand sound effects, intensify. Look, man, there's a reason. I'm sorry, Deb. I had to turn off game sound. Bro, if I'm making thousands of items, I cannot be hearing a sound every time. Like, I can't. If I get this Snatcher range upgrade, I think this is unironically the most important upgrade. Snatcher range. Because if the Snatchers have a range of 3, right? They have a range of 3. That means a lot of different things. That means I can... They become long grabbers. They're long grabbers. I can put the chests on the south side. If I can put these iron chests on the south side, I can expand my entire factory, my entire production range down south. Suddenly, a lot of my complaints of, oh, this is too stiff. Oh, I can't get things to work here, stops being a problem. So to make 100 red... Oh, I can craft the red DNA myself. I should not do that. What am I doing? Why would I do that? I will, however, craft a few hundred movers and grabbers by hand. Because the reality is how difficult the production is. I can do that faster. Drastically faster. Put some blobbers in case I need to fight. I can do that drastically faster and then direct feed it into some labs. And that would go much faster than me trying to automate it. And that's pretty normal for this kind of game, right? You often do handcrafting while you're in your automation process to kickstart and speed things up. That's only prudent and practical. But the degree to which I feel like handcrafting is actually, like, I feel like if I don't handcraft entire science branches, that the logistics are so difficult to do, they are not worth doing. And that's pretty rough, you know? That's pretty rough. And it's not intended. I know that is not the dev's intent. Surely it is not. All right. What else can we even research at this point? I'm curious. The fast grabber. Grabbers act. Oh, grabbers are faster. Got it. Okay. Crystal Spire. We can get a better power pole. Thank goodness. Minor carry amount. Not an evolved hatchery, which is just... Yeah, so hatcheries only make larvae. I don't even know I have to pick a recipe at that point then. Fireflies carry more energy. Explosives, which I can't even do anything with. Maybe I can throw them. Dynamite packed casings. It is explosives. Why is it dynamite? I feel like instead of dynamite, we can make that something more buggy. Like a bombardier beetle? What if you were throwing tiny bombardier beetles? That'd be cool. That'd be cool. I'd be down for that. I'd be very down for that. HP modules. Huh. I guess you're supposed to go from red into green tech pretty fast. Interesting. Okay. Sure. The Iron Forge. The hive hardens its core. Iron forges sear faster, accelerate the conversion of raw matter into usable components. Okay. Is this... I think the Iron Forge is our electric smelter equivalent. Let's see. Smelts ores. Creep producer gets up to 2 snatchers. Transformer uses fuel. No, it's just a better forge. It's not an electric forge. You still have to give it fuel, but it is superior to our living forge. Feels weird to build an iron forge as a bug. I don't know if it's good or bad, but it does feel weird. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess with the ability to make the bugs stop on the path till they carry items, we can use snatchers to deliver things onto them, because the problem is the snatchers try to deliver to them and they walk away, which is why I turned into snatchers deliver to boxes, and the box delivers via grabber, which is probably the most efficient way to do it realistically. But I want to use the snatchers. They feel cooler. They're more unique. They make the game much more unique. And I think just as importantly is the snatchers don't take power. They are more efficient. They are much more efficient. I got to figure out how to make that work. I don't think there's a way around the 27 car pileup though. Currently, in the current state, this traffic jam is definitely going to exist. Beyond that, nothing I've seen tech-wise. What else is just a medium tunnel, advanced splitter, allows clothing and prioritizing outputs. Oh. Okay. I'm just curious. Let's take a look through the tech tree. I know the internet's been dying this stream. I hope that's not... I don't want to go back to restream. I might have to. I don't know. We got to do more testing. We'll figure it out. I put in a couple shifts worth of time. So I'd really appreciate it working. As you step after spilling water on a surge protector. The water is not a problem. The water was not a problem. Surprisingly. I almost found destination myself, but it's fine. It's fine. That's not the problem. It's that the bot is having connection issues with YouTube. I think that's kind of YouTube's problem. YouTube sucks is the answer. But we gotta figure this out. All right, mechanization makes the capable processor can craft most items except units, right? Because you have to grow units, but the processors make things. I don't know about the feeling of mechanizing. Isn't the point that we don't mechanize? The enhanced depot coordinate twice the workers. Why do we coordinate workers? I don't understand that yet. I don't know the purpose of that. The fast, long grabber. My God, they put in long grabbers with fast? But I kind of just want to use more hive bugs instead. Every time I see grabber boosts, all I think is, I think I'd like to use more hive bugs. That's it. That's all I think. Speed modules, which mean you walk faster. Sure. Firefly carry amount, miner carry amount, so your miners are better. Sure. Better hatchery. What is a mainframe? The mind externalized. Biomechanical mainframes anchor higher swarm logic. Centralized decision-making fused with instinctual responsiveness. What is that? Personal cargo modules. Oh, increases your carrying capacity? For me? I guess it is. Fascinating. Wonder what those do. Increase snatcher amount. Those seem vital. Yeah, Snatcher range goes up to 5 tiles. I think at 5 tiles, Snatchers are going to feel great. Oh, there's a long grabber. And a fast grabber. Good to know. Transit system. What is this? Massive airborne beasts leap between distant pads, carrying cargo across vast territory. Oh, this is your train equivalent. Turns transit pads into stations. Landing pads for jumpers can be connected with other pads. So you build giant ladybugs that jump between pads. Okay. That's cute. That's cute. I like it. I like that. Gold components. Ah, so we do need gold at some point. Got it. And you need it to make green. Uh-huh. Right. It's not even hard to make green science. It's just a pain in the butt. Just a pain in the butt. And I make strong hearts, strong organs. That makes sense. Superconductors. Huh. The breathing blob. Converting air into raw energy without consuming material. Oh. Superconductor tech lets you just make energy anywhere. Now, it looks like it makes 1 a second. How much does my current bio bubbles make? How much do my little bubble boys make? Let's find out. They make how much energy a second? 5 energy a second. No, that's how much fuel they burn. I'm not entirely sure. Conversion efficiency 1.0. Oh, so they make 5 energy a second. So yeah, so these are your solar panels. They're not efficient, but you can spam them. But you can spam them and just get the energy and make out like a man. And in a game where your energy distribution requires movement, that's very valuable. That's incredibly valuable at that point. Jumper flight oh, you could put modules in jumpers. Okay, so you upgrade individual large bugs. That's cool. Yeah, give me more large bugs to command. Let me RTS it. That's what I want. The filter Interesting. The ability to tell my grabber to not just pick up anything it sees and jam it in is like a mid-game tech. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting decision. I don't know if I like the decision, but that is a decision. The fast snatcher. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so we get fast versions of our bugs, better mechanizations, just better processors. The filter long grab. Yeah, so filtered grabbing is a specific thing you choose to build. Beastling bombs, brood fly bombs. Yeah, so you build, so instead of building ammo, you're building hordes of bugs to suicide bomb. I get that. The blood rose. Swarms of blood flies that guard its domain. That's cool. That's cool. I love the idea of swarming your enemy with bugs. You can tell I grew up playing RTS games. Biomechanical motors. Okay. Which gives us supply chests. Construction bays. Construction drones interact with entities covered by the construction bay. Whatever that means. And drones can fill in ghost build. Okay. Okay. So these are drones. They're literally called drones. Okay. Those are your auto builders. The big accumulator. Advanced accumulators store massive energy reserves. Batteries. Got it. Personal construction bays. Spawning drones that construct nearby structures as the creature moves. As the creature... Does this move? Allows drones to treat the player as a... Oh, this is the drone station backpack. Got it. Got it. Sure. Energy carrier charge rate. R5s and R5s charge faster. Okay. So I see a lot of the expected text. Obviously, we're going to fill in more. It's a game dev, right? It's early access still. This is a lot of what you would probably consider to be mid-game text for the most part. With, you know, basic extension chains, because it's not hard to miners be better. But there we go. That's the tech tree. We're all jammed up. Let's save. Let's save. But internet's dying. This was an excellent test. This was an excellent test. I know things are working. The chat bot is not quite working. Azuma RPG. I checked the stream. Well, Uma Musume RPG went amazing, by the way. That was super fun. It is not on our stream. Early gaming is hoarding, mid-game equals specialization. I think that's how it is in this game, Astaroth. You can't really specialize and build clean, mixed logistics until you hit that mid-game. Because you can't have grabbers that sort, and the snatchers don't sort at all. They're very dumb. They're just kind of to dump resources and pull things in. So that's interesting, I guess. Yeah. We finished the first chapter for your novel. Congrats, Astaroth. Nice work writing. Well done. Looks like there's nothing that we found for setting forges to only smith a single thing. Looks like the forges always need fuel and will always take in anything you can take, which is fine, but the problem is, because fuel can be an input slot to cook and make refined fuel, don't really know why we need that yet. I'm sure certain builds need it, but we have to be very careful with our inputs. We have to manually set every grabber by hand to only input fuel from the coal. There's got to be a way to mass do that. There has to be. There's no way. There's no way. I'm not doing that. All right, I'm distracting myself. Sorry. Hey, Austin. You can't see your YouTube side. They can't see you because the bot's having connection issues. I got to figure that out. But RPG went good. It is not on our channel. It is on the Harmasis channel. Let me bring that up real fast. Post it in the link, and y'all can check it out. You can also see a link because I tweeted about it on our Twitter and Bluesky at lordgeneric. And if you're not following Twitter and Bluesky and you use those horrible, wretched sites, go ahead and drop by, give us a follow, and you'll catch us as we use it to post a lot of things, mostly schedules or the ever-continuing travails of my life, the ever-continuing sufferings. Well, let me get y'all a link for those curious. For the reference, I was playing on an Uma Musume tabletop campaign, and it has been a ton of fun. Our first session is all we've done, but it has been a ton of fun. Now, if only it would load. Yeah, I think my internet's just bad today. Even when I click to load things, it is like, wow, that was a lot of views on that for one day. Wow, Uma Musume is popping. Wow, Uma Musume is popping, apparently. I'll just put that in that chat. Meh. They have to barely type things. There we go. Anyways, put that in. So, all right. I'm going to close Swarmdustry for now. Those are my thoughts so far. I think it's interesting. I think it can go far. I love the theme. But I think we got to find a few more ways to differentiate ourselves. What are those ways? I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough thing to figure out. As the toughest thing of all to figure out. Game dev is hard. It's hard. But I think it's got a very good foundation. And I think the dev can go very far with it. I see it doing well. And that is what matters most. Anyways, yeah, so as I was saying, we're playing in an Uma Musume tabletop RPG, a custom-made system which can be found and purchased to play yourself by our lovely game master in the description of those videos. And we had the first session yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. Anyways, I gotta go work on this stupid bot. It's working, but it's not connecting. That's a very strange thing. Let me boot it back up. It kept giving me error messages every like 3 minutes, and I was going insane, so I had to close it. It could just be that my internet connection was having issues. So let me take a look. Now that I close it after a while, now that I booted it back up, I swear, if you work just fine. You know what I mean? Like, I can't connect, there's problems, and I go, dang, I'll figure it out later. I boot it up and it goes, hey man, nice place. Oh no, I work fine. Oh, I never felt better. In fact, I am going to lose it. Oh my god. Looking forward to seeing for a horse girl or a trainer. Well, I won't spoil it, because you're looking forward to seeing. You'll have to find out. I think it's a lot of fun, though. It's going great. Our game master is doing well. I've never touched anything Uma Musume, so I am completely unaware of everything. Ooh, OBS. Wow, that's a hard disconnect lag. Wow. Yeah, internet is big struggling. And that's why we got to keep testing. So I got to keep testing new setup, because it could be possible that what I'm interpreting as everything is broken and the bot isn't working is actually a case of the bot's working fine, but the internet is having a struggle. You know what I mean? The internet's struggle bussing, and that's the problem. Wouldn't surprise me one bit. Seems to be working. Seems to be working now. Checking the stuff. Checking the stuff. Sure it'll be Umazing. I'm sure it will be Umazing. I think that's a pun. Honestly, I don't know, because every time I make a joke that's horse related, I get told that it actually has a deep and important history, and then they explain it to me, and I'm sitting there like, neat. I just wanted to make a stupid pun. I'm sure the fandom has every horse pun locked down to the point that they're like, no horse puns allowed. No horse puns allowed. All right. Okay. This is a very good test. Thoughts on Swarmdustry? I want to like it. I think it needs a little more time. Think it needs a little more, but I like it. Twitch stream was weird to hear now. Hey, insufficient. Yeah, both of the streams are having their issues. I think it's that the internet is bad. I think the internet's just bad. Struggling. It's kind of old, and it's a cheaper one. I say cheaper, it was still not cheap for what it is, but the fact that I've kind of used it to the point that it's struggling only tells me that I'm here for the long haul and I should buy the really good tools. Remember when you buy tools, everyone, the way to do it. Ooh, is Twitch side not connected? Oh, it's not connected on Twitch side for the bot. Oh, that's weird. Anyways. All right. I'll have to figure that out. I might have broken stuff when I wasn't paying attention. That is incredibly possible. But yes, see you all this Saturday for Pathfinder. We'll be playing more. Pathfinder 2nd Edition, we will actually be playing. I will get this stuff working. At least the stream works, and I have control of it. We will see if that's a good thing or not, frankly. We'll see if that's a good thing or not, because my technological powers are... they're truly astounding. What can I say? Like, no one can hit a button and watch as the world just explodes around them the way I can. It's a gift. What can I say? It's a gift. All right. Thank you all for dropping by. Have a wonderful morning, evening, and good night. I'm going to head out because, well, internet's broken. But before we head out, you take care of yourself as well. Make sure you get a nice stretch, get some blood flowing, you know, move those legs a little bit. And go ahead, go out, splash your face with some water. Go ahead, wash your face, and kind of take a nice blink away from your monitor. You know, do something a little bit away from that computer or TV or phone or whatever it is you're looking at, and give yourself 15 seconds to like, let the eyeballs stretch out, and you'll feel better. You'll do better. See ya, fools. Something, like and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.